it's your time. You know who I'm talking about. You. You can't live like this forever. You know what I'm saying is true. Stop acting like what you have is enough. It's time to leave the stage behind and be real. And you know that there's nothing real about what you're doing. You're lying to yourself. Don't you want to be happy? Don't you want more out of life? Well, then tell yourself that satisfaction isn't enough. You want fulfillment. It's not a question of whether or not it's possible. Conquering is part of your description. It is in your nature. The will to overcome and produce was designed to be a part of your genetic makeup. Wake up, wake up, wake up. What is it that you're doing? What made you stop pursuing? Sure, it's hard and it takes time. Sure, you might lose comfort and sleep. But so what? That's all you got to be truly filled full. No more self-doubt or self-deprivation. Just self-development and self-discipline. If you consider yourself a child of God, then start showing some of your father's traits. Just do it, and don't stop working until your life has meaning.
Hi, it's Mr. Positive Dave Ford here, and I am so excited today to be introducing you to High Hopes for Your Future. This amazing, one-of-a-kind audio production's never been done before. It combines the motivational wisdom of the world's foremost motivational speaker, Les Brown, with the transformational hip-hop rhymes of Mr. High Hopes, otherwise known as Les Brown's baby boy. In this age of change and challenges we all face, this CD is designed to uplift, inspire, and motivate you. It's our hope that it will become a tool that you use daily to change your life, your family's life, and to impact the world around you.
Hip-hop intellectual, going higher, helping other people everywhere soar. There's a quote that says, "Within you are gifts, which properly grasped and directed will set you before the elect of the earth, the doers, the thinkers, the dreamers among men. It lies with you and you only, and it is a part of your neglected heritage. The game needs you." Why y'all acting like this game can do without? I ain't even playing for it. Listen, I'm praying for it. Why y'all acting like this game can do without me? I'm blazing them and breaking them, embracing them and raising them. Why y'all acting like this game can do without? I ain't even playing for it. Listen, I'm praying for it. Why y'all acting like this game can do without me? I'm blazing them and breaking them, embracing them and raising them. You gotta hit them with a flow that's really irreplaceable, sensational, motivational. If they sleep in the sheets of your masterpiece, gotta let them know you mastered the streets for sure. I've mastered the streets, but I gotta treat them like a seminar. Nobody else giving high hopes to the boulevard. Gotta spit it hard to get big in this economy. Don't let them downsize the destiny in front of me. Download my destiny so I can get behind you. If you ever lost, then my spirit will find you. Download my destiny and put my hopes inside you. If you ever forget, my passion will remind you. Why y'all acting like this game can do without? I where you stand. I had a major stretch starting off this year. I'm a very bold person. I'm a person, I speak my mind. And you know, there's no saying, what goes around comes around. I'm one of those people, Marie, I tell you what I think, you don't even have to ask me. I'm going to tell you, and I love to shock people. So I ran into this bold person the other day. I'm not going to tell you, her name is Judy Spears. I was talking with the management department where I live, and they said, oh, there's a lady who's moved up here from Atlanta, and she saw you on public television. She'd like to meet you. And so I called her, and we started talking. She said that she wanted me to do some training for a company that she represents. She's been involved in public relations for Bill Cosby, and she felt that there might be some possibilities of our working together. So she said, where are you? I said, I'm over here in Tower 300. So she said, good, I'll come over to your apartment. She came over to the apartment, and she looked around and she said, I said, yes. Well, you know, this is not saying anything. I'm very disappointed. Excuse me, what are you talking about? Now, I thought I had me a bad apartment. I thought I was doing something, you know. You could see the water and the furniture I had. It didn't look bad to me. She said, you know, you are vibrant, you are energetic, you are lively. And she said, I came here, stepped in here, your apartment is flat. It's not saying anything. I said, well, come in my bedroom. Let me show you what I got back here. Wait, hold on. I got to pray for y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I bought this special large bed. It's an unusually large bed that I have that you can see well out of the, but it's huge, and I just thought that my bedroom was very impressive with all the things that I put in there. And she said, this is flat too. She said, do you bring a lot of people here? I said, no, not really. She said, oh no. See, you've got a national image. There's a certain kind of image you must have. And see, this is a nice view, but there's, you know, you can go over in the other tower and there's a better view, of larger apartment available now. Is that right? So I said, okay, I'm interested. They took me over to see it, and it was beautiful and larger than what I had and better view. And so she said, you know what I'm going to do? Look, you've got this national image. People are going to be visiting you. You want an apartment that people go away talking about. You need an interior decorator. So I said, okay. And then she said, you do deserve the best, don't you? Yes, I do. Here's what was happening in my inner conversation that I picked up in life. How much does this cost? I don't know if I can afford what she's talking about. So she started saying that she would negotiate everything for me. I said, I don't know anything about picking out furniture and clothes. I just, you know, after motivation, I'm through dealing. And Boo has always handled everything for me. Who gets your clothes? I said, Boo buys everything. He knows what size shirt and everything I wear. I just do the talking in the family. Sometimes I feel like the straw man and the Wizard of Oz, you know. So she said, oh, I'll handle everything for you. So she started dealing and calling me. I called from New York. How are things going? Great. Listen, we've got things. We're working things out on the furniture and everything. It's going to be fabulous. So I'm saying, how much does it cost? Oh, don't worry. You can handle it. Now, the flowers, now, we're going to have to take care of that money. It's around $1,000. It's $1,000. She said, you can't get an apartment like this and operate being cheap. You're not cheap, are you? I said, no, I'm not. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have worked hard all my life. Here's what I've always said. I don't like materialistic things. Here's why I said it. I said that because what I picked up along the way, being raised in Miami and Liberty City and Overtown,
being raised in poverty, I can't afford it. So if you say that you don't like it, then it's okay if you don't have it. So I gave myself a convenient out. Now I've worked hard to live at a certain level. But even though I had achieved a certain level of financial success, I was still operating out of a poverty consciousness. See, I deserved what she was talking about. But I didn't feel deserving. I didn't feel that I could keep it. And so it was a real breakthrough for me. It was a stretch. It was uncomfortable. I lost some sleep over this. And every time I would challenge her, she said, I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that coming from you. I said, no, I didn't say it. Somebody else did. But I have grown tremendously from this experience. And now when I came back and I went in the apartment and saw how she laid it out, oh, I just can't wait to show people what great taste I have. It was a stretch. But what prevented me? There was an uncomfortable stretch. Why didn't I do that before? I know I would have never done that by myself, ladies and gentlemen. That had this person not called me on this stuff, and I'm sure that perhaps a lot of other people came and saw that and didn't say nothing. Say, honey, he did be motivated to do something else with his interior there. They didn't say anything. I'm glad that she was bold enough to let me know that. But I'm saying to you that I had picked up poverty consciousness. What I was saying to myself, I can't afford this, I can't do it. Many times when things would happen, I would pinch myself and say, oh my goodness, is this really real? Am I dreaming? Things would go real good, and sometimes I would have moments of dread. Just nervous and frightened. Had no basis for it. It was a stretch. It was out of my comfort zone. And as we begin to look at how do you handle this stuff, Les, up in here? Here's what we got to do. That I had to look at the mirror and say, Les, it's you. Hey, you deserve this. You can have this. You can keep this. This is not something that's passing through, that you're up today and now you're down tomorrow. That doesn't have to be your reality. You want things to go good for you from now on, it's on you. You can make that happen. You've got the power to do that. You can change things for you. See, it really doesn't matter what has happened to us in the past. It doesn't matter how many failures we've had. No, none of that matters. It's something that God talks about in responsibility. He said, the fulfillment of your dreams lies within you and you alone. When you understand and accept this, then nothing or no one can deny you greatness. The power to succeed or fail is yours, and no one can take that away from you. See, when you acknowledge that, hey, it's me. I'm the one. I've got to do this. I'm the one that's going to turn this around. So I got some roadblocks here. It's not easy for me. But ultimately, I know that these roadblocks, these obstacles, this opposition won't stop me from doing what I want to do. It can temporarily cripple me or make it inconvenient, but it won't stop me. It will not determine my reality. See, most people, what we pick up along the way, that you can't have it. Oh, you're being unrealistic. You're dreaming. Yes, I am dreaming. See, a lot of people have stopped dreaming. Don't you stop dreaming. A lot of people have given up. A lot of people don't even want and ask life for anything because they don't believe they can have it. So many of us are still where we are right now because we have not decided to stop being volunteer victims. We have not decided to take a stand with our lives. We have not decided that we are going to go on and do an experience and begin to demonstrate a different level of consciousness in our lives. That many of us have just surrendered, have given up responsibility, and spend most of our energy being cynical, being negative, talking about why it won't work. Spend most of our time being problem staters. Very good revolutionary armchair theoreticians on why things won't work. Oh, the system will only let you go so far. Very critical and toxic negative energy, building a case for their limitations and why they can't move on. That's where most people go, ladies and gentlemen. But I say to you, whatever it is you want to demonstrate in your life experience, it's on you. That as you look out where you want to go, it's on you to decide to move you from there. That a lot of us don't do any more than what we're now doing because we're living within the context of the conversations or the opinions or the expectations that people have of us. Lady said to me the other night, called me, a very good friend of mine, Maxine. She was in Washington, D.C., and she was talking with some students of hers that she'd been working with. She is a health expert, and they were telling her about this guy they saw on television. And she said, oh, I know him. She said, I'm so glad that he did not listen to me 7 years ago when I told him that he was wasting his time trying to become a motivational speaker. She said, do you remember that conversation, Les? I said, yes, I do. She said, I'm glad you didn't listen to me. I said, I am too. And a lot of us, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of us have been told by people we care about, people we believe in, people we admire, people whose opinion that we value, things that we couldn't do, and we accepted that. They said, you can't do that, and their opinion became our reality, the fact that we stopped ourselves right there in our tracks. How many of you have been told that you couldn't do something by people you cared about, all right? And some of us reject that and go on anyhow, very few, especially if those people are close to you, because we want the people in our lives to pull for us. We want them to believe in us. That's all we want. Even if you're not going to help me, don't discourage me. Don't tell me I can't do it. Hope I can.
How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? When you prove them wrong, they can't be right. The clueless always claim to be experts. The foolish speak without using their heads first. It hurts and some people choose to make it worse, letting what others think of them determine their worth. But when you stay the course, there's no power in the curse. I probably should have been taught to us at birth. Don't let what people say predict what you will see. A voluntary slave doesn't even know he's free. Just one volunteer can help me reach my destiny. Before you follow them, listen to me. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? When you prove them wrong, they can't be right. They can't be right. Let them talk or critique. Who cares about what they speak? You are still unique when their words are not sweet. It's sad, but some people only dream while they sleep, making their vision shallow even though life is deep. Don't allow opinions to stop you at your peak. If someone's negativity knock you off your feet, especially if you know the mission you must complete. Your own drive will decide your own defeat. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? When you prove them wrong, they can't be right. Let them talk or critique. Who cares about what they speak? You are still unique when their words are not sweet. Let them talk or critique. Who cares about what they speak? You are still unique when their words are not sweet. Let them talk or critique. Who cares about what they speak? You are still unique when their words are not sweet. Your own drive will decide your own defeat. 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 How can they stop you if they're not you? How can they stop you if they're not you? How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? You don't have to make what other people say true. How can they stop you if they're not you? When you prove them wrong, they can't be right. They can't be right.
Next thing is, not only do we live within the conversations and the opinions that people have of us, but a lot of us are living our lives vicariously, really, that we're not even doing what we want to do. We're doing what we feel that other people want us to do. Somebody said that we are not who we think we are, or who other people think we are. We are who we want rose. Remember, George Benson had a song, wearing masks. And when we begin to look at ourselves, when you begin to search yourself, you got to ask yourself some questions. Is this really me? Am I doing this because I want to do this? Or I'm doing this because this is what's expected of me? This is what somebody else wants me to do. Talking to a young lady the other day, and she was on the podium with me in Columbus, Ohio. I was giving a speech, and she spoke, and she was a great speaker. She was just terrific in 8th grade. So after the program, somebody told me this young lady was a minister in 8th grade. So I went up to her. I said, is this something you're doing because you want to do? She said, oh, no, my parents encouraged me to become a minister. I said, but what do you want to do? What's important to you? She said, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I'm doing this now. See, some decisions have already been made for her. That's a lot of pressure to put on a kid. A lot of pressure. What does she know about life at this time? About ministering to adults or to other kids. She's just learning herself. And so as we go through life, a lot of things we're doing, a lot of things we buy into. We do it for our children. A lot of us live our lives through our children. We didn't do what we wanted to do, and so we are pushing our dreams through them. I don't even know whether or not that's in sync with what they want to do. So as you begin to look at where you want to go, it's on you. What do you want? What gives your life meaning? Right now, with the time that you have left, in this moment, as you look toward the future. And I'd like to emphasize this moment. A lot of people buy into the common consciousness of the illusion that we have forever. No, we don't have forever. I like this song by Hammond and Bettis. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. You're a winner for a lifetime if you seize that one moment in time. Make it shine. See, if you start living in the moment, not for the moment. A friend of mine, his father-in-law was dying. And he said to him, he said, come here, young boy, I want to say something to you. And he said, what is it, Dad? He said, whatever you want to do and whatever you want to experience with my daughter, I say to the two of you, don't put it off. I have a lot of dreams unfulfilled. I won't be able to do those now. I'm old and I'm dying and I know it. He said, but live now. See, this guy had worked all of his life, and he was saying, one day, I'm gonna. It never happened for him. Live now. A common consciousness that keep people from living up to their true potential. Here's something that we must begin to realize and acknowledge. We were all created to be winners. All of us. How can you prove that? We can prove it by our consciousness. Just by our subconscious mind. We were destined, we were born to be winners. We have been endowed with greatness. And I think the challenge is to begin to become in alignment with who we truly are and work diligently to manifest our greatness. And I'll give you an example that all of us do that demonstrate this. If you ever dream, whenever I had any dreams, I've never been an athlete before, but anytime I have any kind of dream about sports or movies or anything, I'm always the star. The score is the Celtics 100, Pistons 99. 2 seconds to go. The place is quiet. Isaiah throws the ball into Les Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, can he do it? He's at half court. The motivator, let's go. It's up, it's up. My God, it's a point. He did it. He did it. I did it. I wake up cheering. Yes, yes. No one ever dreamed with them being on the bench or running out there with a towel wiping the sweat off the court. No. How many of you have ever had dreams where you ran the touchdown or you were the star? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Sure, we were born to be stars. Shake someone's hand on your right and left and say, you were born to win. We were born to win. Then we showed up in life. And here's what life said to you. You ain't nothing. And you never will be nothing. You just like your daddy. You ain't no good. And you ugly on top of that. I'm telling you, you are dumb. I'm telling you, hey, look, don't even think about going to college. No, go down to the Miami Sanitation Department, Les Brown. Don't waste those people's time. Don't waste it. You can't. No, you don't have this. No, you don't have this. No, go on. No, your sister, she doing good. But you go on down to sanitation department. Don't even go to the post office. You got to take a test there. Go to sanitation. So we accept it. So when we began to acknowledge that we were born to win, and through the programming of life, that we get off track. See, everyone who's ever succeeded, they knew that it was on them. They accepted that. And they took responsibility to make it happen. Michael Koda said something. He said, success on any major scale requires you to accept responsibility. And the final analysis, the one quality that all successful people have is the ability to take on responsibility. See, most people won't take on responsibility. Most people won't say, I'll make that happen. I'll deliver that. Most people don't have that kind of guts, that kind of sense of personal power. But see, I'm saying to you that you showed up with this in you. And what blocks it, what keeps us from reaching for it, what keeps us from using it, is that we don't even know we've got it.
Your time is now. Your time is now. Is it in you? Your time is now. It's in you, it's on you, it's in you, it's on you. Your time is now. It's you. Your time is now. It's in you, it's on you, it's in you, it's on you. It's a time to grow, it's a time to expand. It's a time to play, it's a time to plan. It's a time to stretch, it's a time to struggle. It's a time to rest, it's a time to hustle. It's a time to reach, it's a time to earn. And even when you teach, it's a time to learn. You survived 1 out of 40 million sperms, so believe me when I say it's time for your turn. That your time is now. Is it in you? Your time is now. It's in you, it's on you, it's in you, it's on you. Your time is now. It's you. Your time is now. It's in you, it's on you, it's in you, it's on you. It's your time to proceed, it's your time to produce. It's no time for doubt, it's no time for an excuse. Because it's time for truth, it's time for sincerity. Your time for peace, time for some clarity. Give me your mind if you know it's time for prosperity. Cause it's your time if you're not trying to get by barely. Your time to rise, your time to climb. It's time for your prize, the time for you to shine. It's hear ye, listen clearly. Your calendar's trick us in the living yearly. You don't need a rollie to know me. Just tell your homies you're tired of moving slowly. The time is ticking, but the moment don't get OG. It's finger licking when you reach some of your goalies. If it wasn't true, then you couldn't know me. But what you think got me through when I was lonely. Your time is now. Is it in you? Your time is now. It's in you, it's on you, it's in you, it's on you. Your time is now. It's you. Your time is now. It's in you, it's on you, it's in you, it's on you. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock and roll, ain't got nothing on this hip-hop talk, shorty. It's your birthday, even if you thought it was the worst day. Remember, every day is the first day of the rest of your life. Leave your stresses aside, especially when you know now is the only time. Let the babies grow, cause this is more than a rhyme. Now ain't the time to be thinking about crime, but put this in your mind. If you do a 5 to 9, a 9 to 5 might keep you alive, but know how to keep it real if it's not divine. And say, we ain't got time for that positive talk. I guess not, so I had to start dissing the clock. It's time for everything them other rappers not. So when I'm at the top, I just know I'm in your spot. Cause your time is now. Is it in you? Your time is now. time is now. It's you. Your time is now. It's seeing you, it's on you, seeing you, it's on you. Your time is now. It's seeing you, it's on you, seeing you, it's on you. Your time is now. It's seeing you, it's on you, seeing you, it's on you. Your time is now.
See, if you can have power, and if you don't know you have the power, it's just like not having it. You can be in adverse circumstances. You can have the power to overcome that. But if you don't know, you will engage in the 12-foot shuffle. What's that? That I'm reminded of a bear that was in a cage and was like 12 feet in diameter, and he was going back and forth. He'd been in there for a long time, back and forth. That's how he was kept. Someone finally moved this bear to another forest in another state, and they wanted the animal life to roam around freely. So they let him out. And guess what? He walked back and forth 12 feet. Didn't go any further. Why? That was the conditioning. So most of us go through life engaged unconsciously in the 12-foot shuffle. We don't go beyond that conditioning. We don't go beyond what we've been told that's been possible, or don't go beyond the no's and the rejections and the walls that we've bumped our heads up against, or what we've observed and seen that happened to other people. And we figure that that would be our destiny too. So why bother? No. See, if you want to, as you think about where you want to go, I'm saying to you that you got some stuff in you. You showed up with this stuff. You showed up with this power to turn it around, the capacity to come back again, to bring your life from down here to up here. You've got that kind of stuff in you. So I'm inspired when I see you, Marie, because in spite of what has happened to you in terms of your limitations physically, that you still have this fire in your eyes, that you can raise your hands above your head. But you have this goal that even though you can't physically reach up to demonstrate it physically, but I know that there's something in you yearning, wanting more, wanting to experience more. And there are many people, Marie, who have full use of their limbs and arms and can't get up. Rather, they can get up and walk away unlike you can. They can reach up and scratch their heads unlike you can, who have the limitations in their minds, who have lost that fire in their eyes, who because of the experiences of life have said, no, I can't do that. See, I know about that. I've been there. See, you can experience enough pain in life, ladies and gentlemen. You can experience enough disappointment in life that he can clobber you to the ground and kick dirt in your face, and you believe you can't do it. You believe that this is it for you. You're absolutely right. No, it's not. It doesn't matter where you are because of this stuff that you've got in you, this power that you have within you as you begin to move and look forward to where you want to go. Now, how do we begin to challenge ourselves to experience more? And we've all had experiences where you've done things and you said, whew, look at me. Woo, look at me. I'm doing it. I can't believe it's me. Raise your hand if you had that already. Sure. How do we get up in there? See, that was a glimpse of the true you, your higher consciousness. And we can make that come more often. How can we do that? By challenging ourselves. Most people, ladies and gentlemen, when they come out the gates, they come out gradually. They come out slow and try and build up esteem. But you can train yourself. You can condition yourself that this is my moment. This is my time. This is my Super Bowl. There will be no commercial breaks. This is my stuff. Let other people be casual if they want to. But they will know something about you by the way you come in. Most people aren't walking like this, ladies and gentlemen. Most people are just dragging along. Just dragging along. See, in life, you're either in the way or on the way. You either saying hello or goodbye. You don't want to be casual like that. See, that's people out of common consciousness. They operate out of doing just enough to get by. They're common. But the people who realize that it's you That you're going to determine this. You're going to determine the outcome of your life. You're going to determine whether or not your life is exciting or whether or not it's boring. You determine that. And those people who know that, they move with a sense of urgency. They move with purpose and direction. They work and they manage their time effectively. And so as you begin to look at that, you're challenging yourself constantly. You know that whatever you've done, it's only a tip of the iceberg of what's possible for you. And you are excited trying to find out what else I got in here. I like what I'm seeing here. Let me work on this some more. Become like a child all over again. Here's the next step here. Accept the fact that it's on you. Go into your higher consciousness. Henry Beecher said, hold yourself responsible for a higher standard than anybody else expects of you. Never excuse yourself. See, there are a lot of people that will let you off the hook. That if you don't measure up, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, they'll make excuses for you. They'll chime right in and let you off the hook. No, you want people to call you on your stuff. So I got a good friend of mine who just calls me on my stuff. Les, look, man, that's not consistent with who you are. Come on now. You're operating out of integrity now. Now, you're going to be a flake or you're going to be real? I'm going to be real, Mike. Good. Then act like it. See, you need somebody around you. See, a lot of people like to surround themselves. The common thinking is, have people around you who will agree with you all the time. No. You want people who will challenge you to grow. Because all of us, ladies and gentlemen, just unconsciously get untracked sometimes. Sometimes we slip. Sometimes we slip in consciousness. You need somebody who cares enough about you to call you on your stuff. And say, clean your act up. What's wrong with you? You're going to be behaving on that kind of low level of consciousness? Don't even talk with me. I got a friend now, and whenever I talk to Gwen Pierre, if our conversation goes toward the negative, she'll tell you instantly, hiya, Les, hiya, hiya, hiya. I said, oh, okay, thank you, Gwen, thank you. Hiya. I said, so when people start talking to me negatively, I say, hiya, hiya. He said, what do you mean, hiya? Bring that conversation up. Come on up. Come on, bring it on up to me now.
Yeah. So what happened? You was guaranteed the wealth. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Oh, so now you're rapping, so is everybody else. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. All you had to do was keep speaking. Nobody told you to kick rhymes like the last Mohican. You could have been a deacon. Maybe then all your friends wouldn't be kingpins. On the weekends, we taking trips all the way to the deep ends. There ain't no really holidays, I'm living Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is my parade. Too bad I couldn't go, too busy trying to be a hero. There's no De Niro in the fight for the people. I couldn't cash robber if my ass got collared. Even though I am a scholar, that don't make $1 million. You gotta move your feet when you're walking on that water. Beat, and putting our surfboards to sleep. Can you believe magic gave me this beat? You must have been bored beyond belief. But can you believe magic gave me this beat? It didn't have to be tragic, so I'm bursting through the vertical caskets so I can take another crack at it. For the crack addicts that wanna get their life back just so they can go and kiss their babies. Yo, what happened? You was guaranteed the wealth. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Oh, so now you're rapping, so is everybody else. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Whether near or far, these short words I felt. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. I don't know who you are, I just need a little help. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Hey, hey. All you had to do was keep speaking. Nobody told Les Brown's baby boy to go street seeking. Now your dreams reeking. And let me tell you, they don't smell like no failure. I know I could do better. My higher self is jealous. I'm living on a level. You never know what's next. Downtown, uptown, east side, west side. Tell me if you realize it's your lower self. I had a pity party living in the dirty south. It must have followed me, cause now I got a potty mouth. It's my body and I I'll die if I want to. If you come back to life, they'll say my hopes was high. As folks, the blocks ain't no joke, so I don't play Jenga. I would rather break a finger, might break a leg. When you see that the whole world's a stage, and we all got roles to play, for sure. Yo, what happened? You was guaranteed the wealth. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Oh, so now you're rapping, so is everybody else. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Whether knit or far, these short words I felt. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. I don't know who you are, I just need a little help. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Hey, 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 hey. We believe in change, 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 change. Hey, 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 hey. We believe in change, 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 change. I got addicted even though they said my speeches were gifted. It didn't mean much in the head, I was King Tut. If I can make it on the stage without a beat, tell me what's gonna happen when I get magic under me. It had to come to me, so I learned underneath this ebony's ivory. I earned all my ivory, the devil couldn't buy me nothing from my key. Try to move it on me again and I'll see ya. Wouldn't wanna be young, searching for my freedom. They put the dumb in the word for a reason. Even Steven left me with them heathens. Now the public act like they don't know who to believe in. I don't know how Obama did it when his papa split it. He must have wept like Saddam after his kids got murdered. Maybe his dad would have stayed if he would have known his son would go on to run the USA. I'm about to raise my flag, you just wait. I couldn't do it in the past cause I was in pain. Yo, what happened? You was guaranteed the wealth. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Oh, so now you're rapping, so is everybody else. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Whether knit or far, these short words I felt. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. I don't know who you are, I just need a little help. I guess I got addicted to my lower self. Hey, 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 hey. We believe in change, 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 change. Hey, 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 hey. We believe in change, 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 change.
Don't let circumstances get in your way of your action. See, if you aren't acting on your dream right now, I want you to know your dream is watching you. Your dream is watching you and is calling you. Say, hey, I'm over here. Now, you might be ignoring it. See, your dream is calling you. Say, come over here. And common consciousness, who has told you you can't have it, is holding you and won't let you go. You say, come over here. You just keep, come on back. You can't have that. Come on back over here. What's wrong with you? You fine right where you are. I want to go over there. No, you don't. Shut up. Okay. It has a hole or a hammerlock on your head. Your dream is calling you. And many of us say, shut up, leave me alone. You don't want to even hear it. Because it means you got to do it, see? You don't even want to see it. Because if you look at it, you got to act on it. And it just keeps on saying, see me over here? Come on, come on. You can have me. But you got to get out that arm grip you got over there, whoever holding on you. And you say, well, why? I got to let this go? Yes, you can't have me in that too. See, you got to give up some stuff. You got to give up that mediocre part of you. You got to give up this common thinking you've got. It's telling you you can't do this, that you can't have this, that it's not possible for you. You got to give that up. And you got to trust yourself. See, most people don't trust themselves. They believe that once they get in a situation, they can't handle it, and they just fall out or fall flat on their faces. No, no. You got to know. You came here with the stuff in you. You are a winner. You were born to win. It is your right to win. It is your right to have your dream. You don't get this stuff, you don't get these ideas unless you also have the capacity to make it happen. No, no. They won't give it to you otherwise. But that common consciousness that will tell you, be realistic, be logical, will discourage you from doing what you want to do. No. You'll come up with all kinds of reasons on why it can't work out. Willis Whitney said, some people have thousands of reasons on why they cannot do what they want to. when all they need is one reason why they can. Come up with a reason on why you can do it. Talking to a guy about what he can do in terms of starting his own business, and he's telling me why he can't do it. Wait a minute. How long have you been doing this for this company? 26 years. Aren't you the top guy been doing this? Yes. Aren't you the man who has the knowledge of how to create this product? Yes. You've been doing this, right? Successfully, yes. Why can't you do it for yourself? Why are you depressed so much you've been laid off? View it as being given an opportunity by the universe to do your own thing, not laid off. He gave me all the reasons of why I couldn't do it. Well, it takes money. I said, okay, now tell me some reasons on why you can do it. Have you asked for any money yet? No. Have you put any financial packages together? No. Have you looked for any private investors? No. Then how are you going to tell me what you can't do when you haven't even attempted to do it? Are you Gene Dixon or somebody? It's amazing how people all of a sudden start foretelling the future. Schopenhauer said people can always tell you what they are lacking rather than what they have. What they have going against them rather than what they have going for them. See, when you know it's you, that you got everything in you right now to make it happen, that it comes out of you, it comes out of your consciousness. As you challenge yourself, as you growing, as you expanding, as you're watching the energy that you're around, you got to watch that now. Watch this energy that you're around till you pick up all kind of stuff. We're like magnets. You got to watch who you're around. Some of this energy here can short-circuit your potential. Short-circuit your greatness and have you operating on a level of mediocrity, pulling your energy down. These energy drainers, you got to watch all that kind of stuff. So what kind of environment are you in? There's some situation you can't dream in. I was talking to a friend of mine who was working for a company, and she was working under this particular manager. And I said, what was it like working under her? She got moved to another area. She said, life was dreary. I came to work depressed. She said, I became very cynical and very negative under her operation. It was affecting me on a negative level. So she knew that that environment was not a growth-producing environment for her. Your dream is calling you. Your dream is saying you should answer, and answer now. Now, you're going to have some opposition when you're going after your stuff. When you say, it's me, yes, it's you, yes. I got to do this, yes, you have got to do this. If people show up to help you, that will help. If you don't have any cash flow problems, that will help. But it's you. If it's smooth sailing, that would be great. If everybody will cooperate and everything is in sync, that will be fantastic. But it's you. You're going to determine whether or not you can have this dream of yours, this passion of yours, this idea, this store, this book that you want to write, this position that you want, this career advancement. You're going to determine that. It's on you. Now, you can become frightened when you are faced with opposition, or you can become creative and realize that it's just there to challenge you, not to stop you, but to make you dig deep within yourself. Say, let me look at this. And come up with some strategies to overcome that. And if that doesn't work, then I'll come up with something else. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to go and ask somebody to give me some ideas. This is what I'm dealing with. Can you help me? Can you give me some ideas? Can you give me some support to help me overcome this hurdle that I'm confronted with? As opposed to operating out of common consciousness that when they run into some obstacles, they just stop and figure, I'm not supposed to have that. No, no. It's on you.
Follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the spirit guide you. Follow your heart, I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart. If you ever want to find you, follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the spirit guide you. Follow your heart, I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart. If you ever want to find you, follow your heart. Now I've never been a follower until I decided not to be a pride swallower. Cause I take pride in being my best, and sometimes what I think is right be leading me left. So follow your heart, and your mistakes won't be the same as mine. We can't always find the answers in our brain. The sign is when you have those feelings that you can't explain. You know what it means, but let me tell you why it came. Follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the spirit guide you. Follow your heart, I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart. If you ever want to find you, follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the spirit guide Even in times when it's hurting, that lets you know that whatever you're doing isn't working. And if it isn't working, then what purpose is it serving? Your eyes might not see it, but your heart can be for certain. Following the footsteps of others doesn't necessarily mean that your path will be discovered. So when I decided to give you the best part of me, I had no choice but to mention the most important artery. The thoughts came to me on a Greyhound. After a tragedy, I wonder what good could I say now. Then something deep inside said, hey now, this'll be perfect for them people on the playground. Follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the Spirit guide you. Follow your heart, I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart if you ever want to find you. Follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the Spirit guide you. Follow your heart, I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart if you ever want to find you. Follow your heart, and some days it might be lonely. Don't be surprised if you raise just to find that you're the only. Why wouldn't I be alone if I wanna know me? And if you got a future, then why would you be a phony? Cause the heart don't always lead you to the bed. And if you're smart, you know all wisdom can't be read. So here's to the jury, judging the next crook. I hope you follow that thing that gave me this hook. Follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the Spirit guide you. Follow your heart, I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart if you ever want to find you. Follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart, just let the Spirit guide you. Follow your heart, I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart.
Now, you must know that in spite of what happens, everything will be all right. You got to develop that kind of sense, that in spite of what happens. A friend of mine, she did her father's eulogy, and people were amazed at her, how they knew that she was Daddy's little girl. They knew that they were very close, inseparable. And I asked her, how did you handle that? How did you do that? Because everybody knew that that was not only her father, but her closest friend. And she said that the day that he died, she said she was in his room and she was talking to him. You know, she said, Daddy, I love you, but I'm a big girl, and as much as I want you to be here, I want you to do what you want to do. But I must tell you, Daddy, I love you and I'm going to miss you. And I'm afraid of thinking of life without you. And she said her father started moving his lips and he couldn't speak too loud, and she got closer and he said to her, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. And she said that gave her the look in his eyes. That gave her a certain assurance that there was something that even death couldn't conquer that was in her father, that was now a part of her. And that was, death could not take his spirit. That he had always had a strong spirit. And that as we begin to look at where we want to go, when you know it's you, you have a certain kind of spirit about you. You have a certain distinction. This is what one person calls it. There is a kind of elevation which does not depend on fortune, which means doesn't depend on how much you have materialistically. It is a certain air which distinguishes us and seems to destine us for great things. It is a price which we imperceptibly set upon ourselves. There's some people, ladies and gentlemen, who come in a room, and there are other people who enter a room, and everybody will focus on them. And everyone will know that this person is somebody special. There's a certain air about them. I have a friend who lives in Cleveland named Bill Nunn, and I remember a real long drought in Bill's life of being unemployed, of taking care of his mother and father who were ill for several years before they died. And anyone who knows Bill Nunn, the first thing, if you say, Bill Nunn, what do you think of? And they say, class. He was a guy, even if he had on rags, you knew he was a guy who had class. I said, he said, I was feeling depressed one day. about the fact that I didn't have any shoes. And then I saw a man who had no class. And see, no one can give you that. That's what you are. See, you are that. So you can't acquire that. You are that. Clothes can't give it to you. You can dress up all you want, but clothes can't give you class. Big, long car won't give it to you. Big, beautiful home won't give it to you. I've seen people, all kind of big homes and no class. How many of you agree with me? Raise your hands, all right? Oh, no. So there's something about you that distinguishes you. And those people who are set apart from the others in life, who are taking life to another level, who are operating at a higher level of consciousness and thinking and living, those people, they feel something instinctively within themselves that they are special. Not egotistically, not arrogantly, no, not in that sense. But they exude this about them. And that, I think that comes out of quiet contemplation, of searching yourself, of questioning yourself, of looking at yourself, of getting some candid feedback from people that care about you, of realizing that life is about growing and expanding and just developing this sense of, I've got something to do. There's some work for me to do out here in life. And I take life seriously, that this is a gift each day I have. And I want my life to be different than the common person. It was Roosevelt who said, I choose not to be a common man. Me, it's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself and face the world boldly and say, this I have done. What an uncommon person. So when you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the opposition. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you. When you're uncommon, have uncommon ways. Get ready for people to try and block you and conspire against you. Henry David Thoreau said, if a man doesn't keep pace with his companions, perhaps he's listening to the beat of a different drummer. Let him dance to the music that he hears, however measured or far apart. You are stepping to the beat of a different drummer. And those who don't understand is none of your spiritual business. Samuel Smiles says, life will always be to a large extent what we ourselves make it. What we make it. What you make your life. Not what circumstances will make of it. Not what other people will make of it. But what you make of your life. That's what your life will be. Not what other people say it will be. Not what the environment will try and dictate to you. No. What you make it. And I'd like to end on what Ben Stein said. Nothing happens by itself. It all will come your way once you understand that you have to make it come your way by your own exertion. So we are saying, as we look at where we want to go, and next week I want you to come and bring some people with you who are going through some challenges, because this message that we have next week will give them the wherewithal and the determination to handle the storms of life, to face certain realities and know what tools they need to overcome them. But I want to leave with you on this evening that we started with, it's possible. Knowing that we've got a lot of choices. Knowing that we are unlimited in terms of the possibilities in our lives. And then we also know that you just can't wish it up. You can't visualize it up. You can't just talk it up. That there are certain things that's necessary. Going after it with everything in you to bring it into reality. And then we drop the bucket right where it should stop. In front of you. Saying it's you if it's going to happen. Not about the failures. Not about your disappointments. Not about the defeats. Not about your mistakes. No, no. All that's insignificant. Not about what you don't have. No. All that's insignificant. Not about who doesn't approve of you. Who doesn't like you. All that's insignificant. That when it happens, your life is in your hands. And it's you have the power to turn your life around. You've got the power to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. You've got the power to be daring, to be adventurous. You've got the power to go and look at your life and say, is this the life I want? And am I being the person I know that I have it within me to be? And if it's not giving you that answer of yes, it is. And you know, even if you say yes, but there's more. I'm saying let life use you up. Yes, decide, hey, I've got the power to take myself to another level. And it's on you, it's you to be that decisive about your life. This is Mrs. Baby Brown's baby boy, Leslie Calvin Brown, saying it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get
Thank
this
you,
party started.
Thank you.
Yeah. Show
Thank
me
you.
what you got, pretty mama. Put your hopes up, put your hopes up. Yeah, yeah, we gon' rock to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. I told her rock to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. If you wanna rock it to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. We gon' take it all off tonight. We gon' take it. We gon' take it all off, baby. I'm not talking about your draws, Miss Lady. I've been feeling so hot lately. I won't put it on me this evening. Come put it on me this evening. Cause you really don't need a reason. But if you did, then here it is. Let's rock with this before you're leaving. We gon' rock to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. I told her rock to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. If you wanna rock it to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. We gon' take it off. We gon' take it. Take off. Take off all those things that are keeping you down. Take off that fear. Take off that doubt. Take off that regret. So that you can take off towards your destiny. Yeah, yeah. I'ma take it all off, my soul ain't soft. I know what I'm made of, and it's probably God. They probably look at me odd like Moses with his rod, but showbiz won't make me forget about my power. 675 an hour ain't helping me drop my album, man. I'll probably drop dead if we don't drop this summer. Whether a drop top or a Hummer, I drop top so I'm an overcomer. From the boxes to California, till we rockin' in Honolulu, cause we harder than Roman noodles, so we gotta get the Roman numerals. I ain't swallowing my pride no more, so I'm following the truth I know. Watch me rock and roll. My girl came from that 504, and she like to know if our lanes are new and we do what we do. So don't just two-step for me, true-step on me. I feel my ancestors coming for me. When I'm ripping like this, yo, they can't ignore me. Hendrix through my blood and I meant it. You don't need a Jimmy hat to get with it. Little rapper this, little rapper that. I heard Lil Richard was the first to do that. Think back, I might just spit a rap, make them say goodness gracious, great God Almighty. The almighty power of the universe is within you. There's another galaxy within your fingertip. It's right there. Don't you realize how special you are? the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. I told her rock to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. If you wanna rock it to the left and rock to the right. We gon' take it all off tonight. We gon' take it all off tonight. We gon' take it. We gon' take it.
Hope you enjoyed High Hopes for Your Future.